Hi there, this is the E4 Proofreading Training System, training video number 3. This is FileCompare 2, what you're looking for and how to record it. Now in the previous video we talked about the actual technical process of FileCompare. What we're talking about in this one is just the things that you're actually looking for in the FileCompare. Okay, so there are several really important things. As you can see here, typos, punctuation changes, spelling errors, missing content, all that kind of stuff. Now, in the previous video, there was one particular example that I showed you where when we actually did the FileCompare, what it said is Word can't compare these two documents because they have the same content. Now, we double-checked and wanted to make sure that we were actually using the two documents that had been uploaded, and we were. So what happened then, the logical conclusion was that the two different websites used exactly the same source and simply copied and pasted. So if that's the case, then the FileCompare really doesn't do any good. So you're going to have to ask the file acquisition editor to come up with a new document, okay? So that's one of the things, is if they're exactly the same, then you're going to have to ask for a new document, okay? And I'm going to show you where to do that. Come on over here and click on this link. Control click. This is a spreadsheet for an error report. Okay. Now, honestly, you know, the fact that there were two exactly the same documents, that's not really an error in the document, but it is something that the file acquisition editor really needs to know. So, when this loads, I'm going to show you exactly where you will enter that information. Now, when you start a new set, you'll enter in the name, and there's actually another video that's going to show you a little bit more in depth about how to do the error reports. The actual name of the file that you're using, completeness check if that's been done, proofing type, page number, error, proofing comments, and then over here proofing actions and comments, and then file acquisition response. So this is a very, very important thing. Now, let's say that we were doing the Baltimore Catechism, and those two files were exactly the same thing. Now what we would do is we would put in the file names, and we would actually put those right next to each other. The two file names. Okay, I'm not going to do that now because it'll take a little bit too much time. And then we're going to skip over here to the completeness proofing type. This is the initial proof. This is the first one that we did. Page number, that's irrelevant because what we're trying to tell the file acquisition editor is that these two documents are exactly the same and we need one that's different, okay? The error, these two docs are the same. Can't compare. Okay? And then go over here, proofing comments actions. Please get different compare file. Okay? Now remember, when you turn this in, the file acquisition editor is going to use this as the basis of their future actions in order to get you what you need. So make sure to enter that in. So anytime you come up against something like that where you can't compare the two documents, then make sure to pass that on, okay? So that's what happens if you actually have two documents that are exactly the same, that have come from the same source, and the file acquisition editor didn't know that, okay? So you're looking for we're going to enter that in. So we have exactly the same document, can't compare, totally different documents, can compare. Okay, so in both of these situations, we also had another situation. I'm going to show you with these. Go here. This is a situation where we have two entirely different documents and therefore they can't be compared. So we're going to go here to compare, make sure, like I said in the last one, that you make sure that you're using the right document as the original. So this one is for other one would be Gutenberg.org. Press OK. And then let's see what happens. Okay, we immediately see a whole bunch of red, which means there are a whole bunch of differences between the two documents. So we have to immediately look and see, oh, look at that, look at all of that. Almost the entire document is red. Actually, the entire document is red until we come to here. Okay? And that, look over here, this shows how these two documents are. Okay? So once we come here, we are in an entirely different document. Okay? So where the